If outlined in your procedures, after receiving your assignment from the charge nurse, assist in the setup of the emergency room bay in preparation for the patient. This may include transferring all equipment that may not be needed for this incident to a designated clean area, and covering all cupboards and equipment that cannot be removed with sheets of plastic. Ensuring that all supplies that are needed for this incident are stocked and prepared according to your procedures. Posting the necessary signage in the proper predetermined areas. Placing colored, striped, or radiation tape on the floor to outline and separate the dirty areas from the clean. And placing do not enter or other warning signs around the perimeter of dirty areas. Don the appropriate personal protective equipment for your position. Zero out direct reading dosimeters for the appropriate staff as outlined in your procedures. Fill out the emergency worker exposure logs and distribute the DRDs following the charge nurse briefing. Assign a thermoluminescent dosimeter or other permanent record dosimeter to all members of the team and document its number on the emergency worker exposure log. Provide an emergency worker briefing and answer any questions. Read the donning procedure to the staff while they put on the appropriate personal protective equipment. Ensure that all members of the team have completed each step in the donning procedure before moving on to the next step. When the patient arrives, make sure that each person who is wearing a direct reading dosimeter reads the exposure at the proper intervals. Ensure that this value is recorded on the appropriate form. Once the patient has been transferred and it is time for the staff to leave the dirty area, read the doffing procedures out loud to the entire team. Ensure that all members of the team have completed each step in the doffing procedure before moving on to the next step. During the doffing, have those who are wearing a direct reading dosimeter take a final reading and ensure that this reading is recorded. Have the dosimeters placed into a clean bag and label it with radiation tape. Once all team members have removed their personal protective equipment, apart from what is covering their hands and feet, they will need to stop and have each member complete the rest of the doffing procedure one person at a time. Instruct each person to turn their back to the mat and carefully raise one foot behind them, holding it steady, while the sole of their shoe is being monitored. If contamination is found, instruct them to remove their shoe and have their foot remonitored before stepping into the clean area and onto the step-off pad. If their foot is not contaminated, have them step down onto the mat and repeat with the other foot. Once the person has both feet on the step-off pad, instruct them to remove their gloves and discard them in the appropriate container located in the dirty area. Upon completion of your duties, check with ER charge nurse if there are further assignments or if you may doff your PPE.